In this video, I'll show you how I learned n8n in less than 14 days as someone who doesn't know how to code, who doesn't know anything about tech, and has no previous knowledge about automations. Where most people spend months learning n8n, I learned it under 2 weeks, and now I'm already able to build sellable workflows with the help of it. This video will be all about the tools, resources, and tricks I used to learn it so fast. So if you give me just a few minutes before you actually go to learn it, you're gonna save a bunch of time, mistakes, and resources that maybe I lost. And also I'm gonna answer all of the questions you have right now and the ones you're gonna have, like which course should I pick? Should I self-host n8n or use the cloud version? I don't know how to code, should I still learn it? And in the end, I also shared 3 really crucial tips that I wish someone would have told me before I started learning n8n, but apparently no one did, so let me do that for you. Diving straight into it, the first thing we're gonna talk about is not how to learn it, but where to learn it. Okay, so if you go on YouTube and search n8n course, you'll get like 1,000 of them right in front of you. Before I give my course recommendations, let me actually tell you what I did here. You see all of these courses on YouTube, they are freaking amazing. But upon skimming through them, I realized they were focused on n8n quite a lot. They are n8n courses, duh. Yes, they are, but dumb folks like me, we need a lot more than just n8n knowledge. Talking about myself, I knew nothing about coding, tech, or AI. And if I wanted to be someone in this industry, I knew that I had to learn a lot in order to cover that gap. I want to be a jack of all, I can know everything, but like a master of one, which is automations and stuff. That's why I ditched the YouTube path and went to my favorite platform for learning, Udemy, who are very kindly not sponsoring this video. I just genuinely love it. I bought a course from this guy called Arnold. He had like 14 hours of recorded course, which was pretty darn amazing if you had asked me. It was having 10 different projects that we had to build along the way, and he also explained a lot of basics in his curriculum, so again, that was pretty nice. In all, that 14-hour course took me 41 hours to complete because I was actually doing all of the things and not just watching. If you're wondering, I'm not talking about like 1.5 days. I'm talking about 41 hours of actually doing it. I've recorded each and everything in my calendar, so I know how much time I spent. And again, buying a course was a personal decision. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. You can definitely learn stuff for free from YouTube, which is something I recommend. Honestly, I like to pay for my learnings. I found that it keeps me a lot more accountable to whatever I'm learning. And I'm also fond of structured learning, so like having a curriculum that you can have a look, like an index, so I was very much okay to pay for it. And more than that, I also love having a dedicated space for learning, because you know, when I'm going through YouTube, I maybe want to watch another video, I want to watch a podcast, I want to watch an entertainment video. It can be whatever, but if I'm going to Udemy, I know that I'm just there to learn. I've added all the links in the description for the free courses and the ones that I took, and if you go through my link, I'm gonna get nothing. It's not an affiliate. I'm just sharing what I used and what you can use as well. Alright, now it's time to talk about how to actually learn it. The biggest mistake a lot of beginners do, and I don't want you to do it, is called passive learning. This is where you keep watching courses but never do anything about it. See, if you actually want to learn something, a practical skill, be it n8n or be it video editing or be it anything, you have to get your hands dirty and actually do the thing. If it's something practical, like practice it like cooking. You can't just see a recipe and be like, hey, now I can make it. Make it along, try the recipes, try the ingredients, try the sauces, and figure out how you want to make it. Don't just watch the thing and sit along and be like, oh, now I know it, because you don't, trust me. So here's how I did it in this course. If the instructor was teaching a workflow, I did my best to just watch it till the end, so I didn't do anything while I was watching the video. But then when he showed the entire workflow and how he built it, I closed the video and then I started building it on my own. And whenever I got stuck, I tried my best not to go to the course and go to like ChatGPT or any other AI or maybe Reddit or Quora, but not the course, in order to find the debugging for it, because I wanted to learn the skill of figuring it out, which is one of the most important skills you can teach yourself in any tech industry. You need to understand that the game is not I can copy or paste something. It's more about how you can figure out something that you don't know. And that's why I was going to the course as a last resort. Like if I was not able to find it anywhere in the world, then I go to the course and see, okay, this is how he did it. And just by doing that, yes, it took me a lot more time than expected, but I now know what each and every button does, how each and every node interacts with each other. Like I know a lot of things that I just wouldn't have learned if I didn't try this method. So I would highly recommend it, that you kind of learn in the same way, where you just watch something and then build it without the help of it. And then second, if it's not something practical and it's something theoretical, like maybe they're teaching about APIs, maybe they're teaching about LLMs and stuff like that, this is where the coolest part of my learning comes in. I want to mention that it takes shitloads of effort to teach anything to me. I ask like 100 different questions about the topic. I don't understand things quite quickly. I take a lot of time. I take a lot of iterations. So this is a hack that I use which helped me tremendously. But again, if you're a fast learner and you can grasp concepts in one go, like maybe this is not for you, but still watch it. Before starting my course, I went to ChatGPT and gave it this prompt. What it did was gave me sort of like a tutor combined with a learning buddy. Whenever I didn't get something, I just came to this chat, asked her about the stuff, and she taught the concept to me like a freaking baby. Like in super plain English, super simple to understand, that kind of language. And with that, she also used something which is called active recall. This is how it works, okay? Once she explains anything, she's gonna ask a question about it so that it can distill your understanding about that topic. And I've literally spent hours talking about concepts that I usually found like very intimidating, maybe like what is API, what is this and that, and this genuinely made me very curious about all those topics, and I was able to understand and distill everything in my brain very easily. In all, it actually really helped a non-techie like me to understand those concepts, and I would highly recommend for you to give this a try as well. I've given the prompt in the description. You can just copy and paste it on your ChatGPT and you'll have your learning buddy. Okay, so once you're all set up with this and you're ready to learn, you need something really crucial, which is the n8n software. In my experience, there are 3 ways to use n8n while you're learning. First, you can self-host it on your computer via an app called Docker. Spoiler alert, it takes a lot of time to configure things like Google and stuff. Like if you want to connect Gmail, you're gonna spend like 10 or 15 minutes just to connect it, where in the cloud version, you can just click on one button and it's already connected. And also it's kind of limited, you can't do a lot of things. And also if you close your computer, your workflows can't stay active, so they won't be working while your laptop is asleep. But again, I actually want you to go through this process, because even having the skill of configuring Google and all those stuff, it was, I think, kind of crucial, and I would not regret that I tried it. So again, you can try it, it's a good skill to have. Second, you can host it on Hostinger or platforms like that, which are generally a lot cheaper than n8n. But again, I haven't really tried it, so I'm not gonna give any opinions on that as of now. Third, you can use n8n's free trial, which is the best and the easiest one that I would recommend you, because it makes learning a lot more easier and you have a lot less friction points. But here's the cool part. Once the free trial gets over, log out, delete all of your API keys and all the configurations, and log in again with the same Gmail using this trick. So let's say you log in with abc@gmail.com. Next time you log in with abc+1@gmail.com, and you can do it for infinite times. This is a hack I learned back when I was 15, and I've been using it to get all the free trials from a lot of different platforms, so you can use it over here as well. It's gonna give the verification email to abc@gmail.com. You can add anything after plus, be it a number or be it a letter, it doesn't really matter. You can get infinite number of emails with that, and you can use that free trial as many times you want. Okay, so I can see you're pretty equipped right now, aren't you? You know which course to pick, you know how to understand complex stuff with ChatGPT, and how to use n8n for free. Now, just before you go, I wanted to share these 3 really crucial tips that I wish someone would have told me earlier, but I'm just gonna share it with you. Tip number 1, debug as much as you can. Listen, your goal is not to complete the course as fast as possible. If anything, it's just the opposite. Your goal is to master a really valuable skill, and you won't be able to do it until you know how to figure shit out. Go to ChatGPT, go to AI, go to n8n AI, go to Reddit, go to Quora, go anywhere that you can find your answers, because that's the real muscles you wanna flex here. Errors are inevitable, like that's the whole game. Errors are gonna come and you're gonna need to solve it. And the more you solve it, the more you get better at it. No matter which course you take, they're going to give you perfect scenarios, perfect data, but whenever you go into the real world, you're going to have misaligned data, you're going to have different sort of functioning, different sort of formatting, and your automation is going to break, and you need to be prepared in order to fix that. So I repeat, learn how to figure shit out. That's the most crucial thing you're going to learn in this journey. Tip number 2, which is have a problem first approach. Whenever you're going to build something, make sure you ask this question before you do. What problem am I solving? This will allow you to think from an entrepreneurial perspective rather than a technician's. Your ultimate goal is not to become an n8n master, but an AI expert, someone who people can trust when it comes to their business. If you're building a chatbot, ask yourself, what problem am I solving? Okay, I'm solving this customer issue. Okay, I'm solving this sales issue. That's why I should build it. Tip number 3, and this is the really crucial one, never import a JSON file. Some instructors, while teaching you, including mine, include the JSON file of the workflow. Do one good to yourself, never download it, and try to do everything on your own. Don't just copy their workflow and create your accounts. Like, that's something my 3-year-old niece can do. The thing is, you will learn nothing if you do it this way. You will never experiment with prompts. You will never understand the true power of notes. You will never be exposed to different possibilities that can happen if you do things the other way. Let yourself be submerged in the skill. And don't rush. You're not here to make quick money. You're trying to be an expert and really build yourself up from scratch. And that was pretty much it. I hope you found this video valuable and I was able to help you with your n8n journey. All the resources that I mentioned are in the Google Doc that I'm going to provide in the description. Please check them out. The next videos I'm going to make are going to be about the basic that I want to explain in a very simple and easy to understand language so that everyone can understand, because I wasn't able to find the right definitions and right understanding on YouTube. So I'm just gonna do it for you guys. And then I'm gonna start building workflows and stuff, and I'll be sharing all the JSON files over here so that you can copy whatever I'm building. I hope you stay excited for that, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.